Welcome to another episode of Coldgame. I'm your host, Isaiah Dotson. I got my co-host with me, Malcolm Benell. And today, we got a very special guest in the building, a straight-up dog. He's not just one of the best hoopers in the state of Indiana. He's arguably the best player in the whole class. And without a doubt, the top floor general running the show. He's a starting point guard for Fishers High School, leading his squad on a 40-game win streak, still undefeated this season, and locked in on going for back-to-back state titles. Off the court, he's just as locked in, rocking a 3.888 GPA while building a series follow on IG. This kid's got game, the mindset, and the leadership to be special. Welcome to Coldgame, Cooper Zachary.
Yes, sir.
What it do, bro?
What's going on? I thank you guys for having me.
Man, we appreciate you being on. So, we've been watching you all season long, even going back to last year. We're going to start off with this, man. What's the day in the life for Cooper Zachary like?
Typically, if I don't wake up and go get shot, say I wake up. So I'll probably wake up around like 7:15. Like shower, do all that, eat, leave for school around 8, school at 8:30. 8:30 to 3 is school, then 3:15 to like 5:30, 5:45 is just practice. And then depending on if I'm feeling good, like if I feel good, I'll go to the gym. But if I don't feel right, I'll go do treatment in the training room. And then that probably takes like an hour. So I'll probably get home around 7-ish. And then the rest of the time is homework. And then if I have a little bit of free time, I'll probably hop on the game with my cousin. I play NCAA with him quite a bit. And then, I go to bed, watch a little bit of TV, eat dinner, stuff like that. And then, I just repeat it.
You got a pretty tight schedule there. Like, how do you, that was something I always struggled with was my grades, playing football and going to high school. How do you stay on top of your grades like that? I mean, I know you're still young, you're still a sophomore, but how do you stay on top of your grades, manage playing sports, and doing it at a high level at 3.88 GPA? That's nothing to frown at. And then still playing basketball at a high level, being undefeated, 40-0 right now on a hot streak. Like, how do you manage that?
There's a lot of factors to manage that. I have a study hall. I take advantage of that a lot. And then most of my teachers, they give us like probably 20 minutes in class to get our homework done. That's a factor. Then Coach Weiniger, our head coach, he says if you have 5 minutes in assignments, you can't practice until you get them all turned in. So, like, no one's ever done it. I've never seen it. So, I mean, I don't know if he's held anyone up to that, but I'm sure he has. He's a crazy dude, but I love him. And then obviously my parents, they always say books comes first. My mom, she's a nurse right now. My dad's an accountant. So, like, they had to go to college for a long time, books and stuff like that. So, hold up. Dad, I'm on an interview. Hold on.
No, you're good.
I'm on an interview. Hold up. I will. Hold on. Anyway, it's like my parents' school and my coaches, they're on me pretty hard to get my stuff turned in. So I take pride in that. I kind of want to do it for myself. So, yeah, managing it's hard, but it's nothing I can't handle.
That's good. That's good. Well, I want to know, like Mel said, you got a special team this year. It's a special group of players. Y'all currently riding a 40-game win streak, 27-0 this year. Y'all going for a repeat, back-to-back state titles. Man, what makes this group and this team so special?
We love each other. Like in practice, we are on each other very hard, do our best, because at the end of the day, we want to succeed and see that one succeed. But not only that, like we're brothers off the court too. Like we spend most of the time in the hallways together, chatting it up, lunch, obviously. And then like on the weekends, if we don't have a practice or if we do have a practice, after that, we're going to get some grub and then we're probably hanging out, chilling or playing the game together. We're always around each other. We have a big group chat. We just sit in there and make fun of the other person and stuff. It's just, we're all big brothers to each other and we love each other. That's what makes us so special.
Yeah, I can attest to that, man. I don't know if you don't know, I won a couple state championships back in my day playing football, and that was one of the key pieces that actually I was just talking to one of my good friends who I played with on one of them teams, and that brotherhood is second to none. Like we were just saying, we didn't even have to feel the need to go to college and join a fraternity or things like that, because I had that brotherhood in high school.
Right.
That's huge in that state championship, formula and that recipe. And I heard you say something about Coach Weiniger, man. Me and Coach Weiniger, we go back, man. So
Yeah.
I know what you mean by him being a dog. He's a dog in that weight room too. I know he has your boy training, hooping, lifting weights. So talk to me about Coach Weiniger, man. I know he's a dog, man. That's the best way to describe him.
Man, he's special. Like, he's a one-of-a-kind coach. Like, he's the best coach I've played for ever, just because, like, how he approaches everything. Like, in my opinion, I think he's the coach that, like, spends the most time on film. Like, every time I look in his office through, like, his blinds to see if he's in there, he's watching film. He's just trying to make us so much better, help us win. He does a lot of things for us that goes unnoticed. He's also managing a hard life. He has 3 little boys, obviously a wife. So, like, honestly, he needs to spend more time with his wife, man. He's like, this dude, he literally spent the night, like, during sectionals, he spent the night in his office to help us prepare for Noblesville in the sectional championship. Like, I mean, that just goes unnoticed. Like, not everyone knows that. Like, this dude loves us so much, and, like, I have no words. Like, that was crazy. Like, to find out that he did not go home to his kids and his wife that night, it's crazy. But, man, like, I love him.
That's dope, man. It definitely shows, especially that last game against Noblesville, with y'all being down, what was it, 7 at the end of the first, 6 going into halftime, and then y'all just gradually, slowly, go back and take the lead, man. It was something just inspiring to watch, man. You could tell y'all very connected. Y'all coach has y'all playing at a high level, man. Shout out to Coach Weiniger, man. Especially when you're making this run, you got your team playing so consistent, man. And it's not easy, because I know every team y'all play, they coming at y'all with the best they got, and y'all just respond every time, man. So I grew up playing AAU. That was my favorite time of year. I know you locked into the season right now, but I see you recently made a post. How does it feel, or just what was the thought process into picking the Indiana Elite, and what do you look forward to on that Adidas circuit?
Looking forward to it is obviously great, but I'm locked in right now. Some key factors were, like, obviously the coach, the comp, EYBL and 3SSB are arguably the 2 best circuits to play on, and then the familiarity with the players. I want to play with my teammate Jason. Me and Jason have grown up with each other since we were little, playing with each other, against each other, and I felt that this year we needed to play together. So, like, we know each other, like, by the back of our hands. Like, I know what he's about to do. He knows what I'm about to do. We guard each other every day in practice. Like, we're brothers. Like, that's my dog. And then I have a few other teammates. Like, I played with them for one tournament last year, and I built a great relationship with some of the guys that I've carried over to this year. And I just felt like it was the right fit for me. And I feel like that we have the pieces to go and win a 3SSB championship.
Yeah, for sure. That's what's up. Now, I was watching some highlights on you, Cooper. I seen that you cashes out. You got that. You hot from 3. You got that shot, but that's not what I want to talk about. When you make your highlight tape, when people make highlight tapes, if people don't know this, you generally put your best plays at the beginning.
Right.
And your plays at the beginning of your highlight tape is you locking up on D. Something I love to see. Clamp you down. And, max preps, I know they're not always accurate on stats, but they have you at averaging 4 steals a game. That's unheard of. Talk to me about how you got that knack on defense, how where do you find that drive to clamp a boy up, and give me them cookies. You the cookie monster out there. How you get that done?
Really 3 things, like, that's what it takes to play at the high level, at the next level, to play high D1. Like, there's not a lot of small guards out there. So, like, defense was where it starts. And then obviously my dad played college basketball, and, like, he said he wasn't the greatest defender, but he hustled. Like, that was something they were never going to question, was his effort. And then Coach Weiniger, like, if you don't play defense, you're not going to play. Like, that's how I found myself getting into the rotation my 8th grade year, like, that summer, playing with them. Like, I wasn't the best player. We had Jalen Harrelson on our team, like, McDonald's All-American, top 10 going to Notre Dame. Like, we know no one's better than him. So I just found myself as the 7th man on the bench. And by the end of the summer, I was the 6th man, because I was just locking up on defense, getting steals, just being in the right positions to hit shots also. But it starts on defense, and, like, I take pride in getting defense. So, I mean, that's where it all starts is defense.
So speaking of defense, I know you got to be in the right state of mind. You got to be really locked in pregame. And tell me what's on your playlist. What get you in that mode? What get you in that zone? What you listening to?
It's really just whatever's on the speaker. The dude on Aux is John Anthony Hall, the dude you guys see dunking on everybody. He's on Aux. Put on some Boss Man D-Lo, some Rod Wave. We play a lot of Rod Wave. But like if I had to choose, it would be King Carson. I don't know if y'all know who he is. He's like the modern day Playboy Cardi. He's just like, I don't know. He just gets me hype. His songs are live. I went to his concert, man. He's awesome.
Okay, what we're gonna do is when we drop the episode, that's gonna be the theme song. Give us a theme song we need to put on the episode for tomorrow.
Shoot. Let me look real quick.
Yeah, do your thing. Make sure you go take note on that, cuz you putting this on.
I'm writing it down right now.
Mm-hmm. The one that you, I want the one that you're gonna play when you pull it up on Harrison on Saturday. Who what's gonna get you in that mode?
Me in my cup. It's like the N is like just a letter N.
Okay. Me in my cup, King Carson.
Yeah.
Me in my cup, King Carson for sure.
All right. So let me know who you've been watching in the NBA. Like who's your favorite player, and then also who do you think your game most resembles? It don't have to be NBA, but like if you could say this is who I compare myself to, or this is who I emulate, or who I watch, who would that be?
My favorite player is obviously like Steph Curry. Like I've been a diehard Steph Curry fan since when he was not before he was like the Steph Curry, like before he was known for real. I liked him. After I model my game, it's probably Braden Smith. Like the playmaking abilities, and then like defense, I feel like I'm a little bit of a TJ McConnell, just like a little pest, a little short guard, picking up, not necessarily getting steals, just making everything tough for the guard. That's what he does. And then Jose Alvarado, I took notes on him like 8th grade, like how he like sits in the corner, then gets those little steals. I probably get like 5 of those a season just because they don't see me. And like, I love watching Braden. Like a lot of people say I play like him, and I literally see it. Like from the way he moves, the way he dribbles, the way he play makes, the way he leads is just. I feel like that's me.
The state of Indiana, there's been a lot of great players that come through. In my area, the best player I seen come through my era, my 2 odds, I was fortunate enough to see Mike Conley come through. He played for Lawrence North. Absolute dog. 3 state championships in a row, him and Greg. I mean, it was unfair when they was hooping.
For sure.
So you on this journey, you still a sophomore, you still very early in your career. But I'm sure you've seen a lot of basketball being played. You played with great players yourself, like Jalen Harrelson. Me and Malc, we putting together a series. It hasn't came out yet. We gonna give a list of the top 10 players in the past 25 years from the state of Indiana. It's going to be a hard list because we used to have so many great players that have come through the state. In your opinion, who would be the top player from the state of Indiana? I know you haven't even been on this earth 25 years, but I know you know the game. I know you know the game. Yeah, who would you say would be one of your top players, that you've seen with your own eyes, and you say, I won't even make it hard. Who's the top players you've seen with your own eyes, in the state of Indiana in the past,
I'll give you 3. So like that's too hard to narrow it down to one. Ryan Conwell from Pike.
Woo.
Tough. I watched him. He's tough. Ryan Conwell, Romeo Langford.
Killer.
Tough.
This is tough.
It's very tough. It's tough.
Ryan Conwell, Romeo Langford. I never saw Braden play in high school, so I can't really say him. I'm trying to think.
And it could be current too. Like, this is with your eyes,
Current?
What you to see.
Oh my God. I want to say Trace Jackson Davis, but like I just feel like there's a better answer out there.
I mean, yeah, you can't go wrong with Trace Jackson Davis, though. You can't go wrong with that answer.
Yeah, probably TJD.
An animal.
Yeah, he was tough. Like, I remember going to the All-Star game when I was little. I watched him. I was just like, I don't really remember what happened, but I could just like, he's so big, I remember him. Like, I You just know a guy who's that tall. You remember that type of dude.
With the bunnies too, tall with bunnies, and he's banging on anything moving.
Mm-hmm.
And he's on the Warriors. That's my dog, man.
Right, gotta be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I know you still got a couple more years to get under your belt, man. A couple more championships to, get in your side. But who is what? Now let me ask you this: what is your dream college? Like if somebody put up on your door says, Cooper, we offering you today, like who would you say, yep, I'm going? Like it's no questions.
Oregon, Purdue, and probably North Carolina.
Oregon just knocked off your Hoosiers, cuz.
I'm not a Hoosiers fan, man. I'm a Boilermaker, man.
They tough. They got that man. And I can see why you say that, especially in the past few years. They've been pure domination in the state of Indiana. So definitely shout out to the Boilermakers. Coop, man, I appreciate you joining us, man. And I mean, have you on? You being our first guest interview at all the athletes that's in the state of Indiana right now. I just want to say thank you. And I'm gonna tell you good luck this Saturday. We'll be locked in with you, and I look forward to following you the rest of your career. I mean, we're gonna be really locked in and seeing how you progress, man. Whatever school you go to, man, we're gonna have our eyes on you, man. Hopefully we get to do this again. So I just want to say thank you for stopping in, and I wish you the best of luck this weekend.
I appreciate that. I thank you guys for having me on here. This opportunity doesn't come along a lot of times, but I appreciate y'all.
All right, before you leave, Coop, now we want to know, can we get a cold game drop?
I got you.
All right.
Yo, if you haven't tapped in with Cold Game, go ahead and tap in with them right now. They're on the come up. They're about to blow up. Make sure you lock in with them. Let's go.
So
Cold Game.
Oh, I gotta say that.
Hey, go ahead.
Hey, let's go.
Cold game. First round draft pick.